What's going on, YouTube? It's Sunday, so we're talking tech, and today we're talking the Elite 2 Xbox controller that retails at $200. That's a lot of money. Bruh. Smash that like button, comment down below. Let me know if you have a Pro controller, what they're called, Pro controller, and then subscribe if you're brand new. I'm uploading a video every single day, tech videos to tips, tricks, guides, and tutorials on all video games. So hit that subscribe button with the post notification bell so you don't miss it. First off, the first thing that I noticed with this controller is that its size is pretty comparable to most other Pro controllers in the Xbox series. We're talking the Razer, the Scuff, and all that stuff. Now, I particularly don't have different varying options of controllers. I usually stick with the Elite series. I actually have the other Elite series right here, the Elite 1, that doesn't have a paddle, or it does have a paddle. It doesn't have the little thing on here right now. I got both series, okay? The Elite 1, the Elite 2. If you're into controllers and you are using an Elite 1 right now, I highly recommend you get the Elite 2, just because it is a huge upgrade from the Elite 1, from the feel, the look, the taste. I'm just telling you, it's better. But let's get into talking about the Elite 2 and why I think it's a great purchase. The actual feel, the grip on the wings of the controller are superb. It is very slick resistance. It is freaking phenomenal. It's great. Another thing that I like about this controller is the fact that everything is detachable and you can substitute in other pieces. I like the detachability of things, makes it super easy. And the reason I really like the detachability, I know words, they come out, I promise. The other reason that I like that it's detachable things on the controller is because when I slam the controller, it doesn't break anything. It just detaches and goes wherever they want to go, and easily able to put them back. Which brings me to my second point. It is very durable. Like, I've slammed this controller already probably a good 4 times due to my rage events. This is a very durable controller, and I like that about it. You definitely get your money's worth, and apparently there was something about the warranty when the controller first came out that has been resolved since, where people weren't getting warranties with their controller, but now there's a 1-year controller warranty that comes with the controller. So that's good because it is $200, so you want to protect your investment. The paddles are perfectly placed, I believe. Like with the Elite 1 controller, the paddles are a little spaced out and a little too big, a little clunky. They are much more refined on the Series 2, and they feel amazing. And the mapping to them, I don't know, some people complain about the complications that they get for mapping buttons, but me, it was really easy. The software is easy to use. It automatically comes onto your Xbox as soon as you plug the controller up. Speaking of plugging the controller up, it is a USB Type-C connection, which is much more durable, much more sturdy, and lasts longer, and it'll charge your controller up much faster than this USB type. I don't know. For all the haters out there, everybody's like, oh, well, you got to replace batteries for the Xbox controller. Not on this. Not I said the pussycat. This is no batteries. The cool thing about this charge on this controller is the case that it comes in. And if you can see right there, there's a hole. When you put the controller in the case, as if you're carrying it somewhere or you're taking it to your best friend's house, you can plug it up right there without even taking out the controller. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. Most people probably, charge their controller up on their desk, near their Xbox, wherever. And speaking of the case, let's put the controller down for a second. It's a pretty dope case, man. Very sturdy. Got a little zipper here to zip it up and out, up and down, whatever. And it comes with the fine accessories. You got the other thumbs, the D-pad, the tension, and this is where the paddles go if you wanted to detach the paddles. And then as far as the buttons are concerned, very, very sleek design in the buttons. No sticking in the buttons. As of right now, I've dropped no soda, nothing on the controller thus far, so I have no button stickiness. It's very easy to depress and press. The profiles button is pretty dope. You can set up to 3 different profiles. You'll see the lights. 3 different profiles on this controller, and basically what I'm saying is it's memory, right? Memory in the controller built in. That's pretty dope. And right now I just got mine set to Call of Duty profile, so I know where my buttons are mapped to on the back, the paddles. And outside of that, let's talk about how it feels in game. In game, I think it is by far the most advantageous thing you do to pick up a competitor controller. I'm not saying pick up the Elite 2 controller. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not getting paid by this to promote them or anything like that. But it is advantageous to pick up a pro controller for competitive gaming. If you are into competitive gaming, if you are a tier above casual gaming, you definitely need a pro controller. And I would definitely recommend the Elite 2 controller for the competitors out there, just because of everything that I've just described in the look, the feel, the taste of this controller. It does a great job. And as far as the input goes with the Xbox, it's amazing. And this controller is accessible to the PC. All you got to do is plug in your USB Type-C to your PC and it works automatically. Highly responsive. Let me give you a perfect example. I have this side over here, these paddles right here mapped to A, which is jumping in Call of Duty. And over here, my top paddle is B, which is sliding. And then my bottom paddle is Y, which is reloading or plating up. And when I tell you, it is a world of a difference from playing with just a regular controller and taking your thumbs off of your sticks and then having to hit those buttons. It's tier God to none, because it saves you that much time and that much input lag. And on top of decreasing that input lag, we have what's called the trigger stops on the Elite 2 controller that are amazing, because there's 3 different adjustments to be made for your trigger stops. Now, what you need to know about trigger stops is the left trigger is for aiming, the right trigger is to actually shoot in first-person shooters, most of the time if you have your buttons mapped that way. And these trigger stops on the back of this Elite controller are superb and super responsive, and you can make them stop as fast or as slow as you want to for whatever your preference is for shooting in a first-person shooter. So mine is in the middle. If I go to the top, you can depress the trigger all the way down. If you go to the bottom, it stops. See that difference? I just move mine to the middle where it just halfway depresses. Again, this trigger stop mechanism is amazing and makes this a top tier controller as well. I appreciate that. Are there other pro controllers out there that are cheaper and probably might be even better? Yeah, there are. But again, I'm an Xbox fan, so I love the Xbox controller feel. I like the way that it handles in my hand, different than the PS5 controller, which is just slightly different and the thumbs are placed differently. So I'm used to the Xbox controller, so that's why I prefer the Elite 2 controller over any other controller. I would highly recommend the Xbox Elite 2 controller for anybody. That's just me and my personality. This is what fits my gaming profile. And yeah, it's dope. The price is comparable to most other pro controllers at this high end. So it's there, but yes, it is $200 and that is expensive. And you pay for what you get. I hope this video helps you a little bit more with the understanding of the Xbox Elite 2 controller, but that's all I got for you. If there's questions about the Elite 2 that I haven't covered, I do know all the answers to the controller. Put that down in the description and let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you. But y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it was. It's your boy Dubs. CP, here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's deuces.